Hello, and welcome to just a quick thing in response to the new update, and in response to Caseymo and to Swaggy the Fox, who are great Rust builders. I respect them very much. I even showed this design to Caseymo before in regards to sticking a furnace inside, which if you guys want I'll show you how to do in the future. But the new Rust update, the reason why it's an issue for a lot of people is because they're really worried that people can get to the roof finally, right? And I'm here to tell you that there's nothing that you really need to do that's drastically different from what you're already doing. You don't need to reinvent any bases. You don't need to panic and, build pyramids everywhere, which I thought originally was the answer to a lot of this problem, was just to build pyramids. Well, I'm actually here to tell you that that is not the case. So what you're looking in front of you is a very simple base, right? And you may be thinking to yourself, well, it's just a box. Like, why is this valuable, right? Well, the reason why this is valuable is because if I show you to the other side, which I've already deleted the walls from, this base is built at different levels. It's just a simple triangle, which you've seen on Swaggy the Fox's videos before. This typical formation. Built at a lower level than its exterior wall stack. The reason why that's important, and you can probably already figure out why, is because right now it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 walls to my loot, correct? Well, it will also be, if I was to build this honeycomb up on all sides and, build ceilings and whatnot, it would be 1, 2, 3, 4 walls down the center. And if I wanted to make it even more complicated for the people inside, you've seen Swaggy and you've seen Caseymo build roofs on the inside of the base as well, just to make it a little bit more costly for the individuals to do it. I don't know if I can do it though, but I mean, you've seen them do it, so. And that's, in my opinion, all you really have to do that's different. You don't need to build anything new. You don't need to build anything different from what you're already doing. All you need to do is build at different levels and spend a little bit more resources on your ceilings now, because obviously you're going to have to make it equal from your ceilings down to your base. But yeah, so let me just kind of describe what I did here. If you want, I can even show you how to build it. It's pretty self-explanatory. What I've done is I've just simply started off at a smaller level. Found a really, really flat area, because now that this is a thing, it's going to be relatively important that you build on a land that the heights of your foundations is not going to be too high, so where you can't build anymore. So I'm going to try and find a relatively flat land here. Here's something that looks pretty alright. Alright, so all I did in this case is I started off with a simple foundation, like so. And I looked both ways, and I built upwards using stairs. And now they're at 2 different levels. And I can do exactly what I did over here, but I can do it over here. I can build the interior walls, which for mine, actually for some reason, glitch a little bit. I don't really know why. So, in my instance, for whatever reason, and I don't know if you're going to have to replicate this in every single case, but in my situation, I have to build walls around it first, which obviously in your case you're going to want to build a door, but whoops. To be honest, building a door, you can build it anywhere, it doesn't really matter. And you just continue the wall stack all the way around. In my case, it needs 5 triangles to go all the way around. And actually I can just continue this if I want to, because it's a base that actually encloses itself. And now I can just build these ceiling tiles. Can build this one up next. And the cool thing about this kind of a base, as you're going to find out pretty soon here, is that I can continue the walls through the floor, which means for us that you can build stacked walls horizontally, and you can just finish up the honeycomb. You can do whatever you want, and actually with this base you can actually expand the interior by 1 more triangle if you really wanted to, so you have a little bit more space, and you can push out these walls 1 more if you really wanted to, so you have more space in the center. And you just build one of these walls. Instead of building a wall, you build a door, and then you build a double door here, and a single door and a single door, and you're good to go. And that's it. If you want roof access in this case, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. You're probably just going to have to, on the side that you build your hatch, you're going to have to honeycomb this. So that you don't sacrifice how many walls it takes to get to the center. And then you can still jump up here and you still have roof access, and it would be double stacked, so it won't be affecting you at all. So anyway, I highly hope that you guys don't get discouraged from this new update. It's a little bit annoying, I will admit that. I'm a solo player. I've never actually recorded or streamed any of my videos before for Rust, but I might do so in the future. I don't know. But I'm mainly a solo player, and I was really worried about this. And I messaged Casey Mo on his stream, and he actually responded saying, you know, that it's okay for solo players, and I was really worried. Obviously, so the benefits of this patch is that you have the ability to be able to build onto clan bases and actually raid them. But the downside is that if you're facing a Zerg, they can build onto your base now, and you're no longer going to have that sweet ability to be able to go to the roof, look around to make sure that the area is clear to go on. But now you kind of have that option, because now you can just do the same thing that you do in the future or in any other base. You can make this a battlement station, this floor here, and you can have all the other walls below it just be your honeycomb. And now you have to remember one thing though. In this base, and I'm going to leave you off here, in this base, you're no longer putting your loot on the higher floors. For obvious reason, they can bust in. You're putting your loot in the center here, which is why if you want to, I would recommend maybe even blowing up this wall here, and maybe even this wall if you really want to. And then you'll have a decent amount of space to be able to build, and to be able to build storage and whatnot. And you can do the trick if you guys don't already know. If you don't want to build, what's it called? The normal racks, like you normally would. Instead, you can build. So instead of building salvage shelves, which is what a lot of people do, they'll just build salvage shelf, and then they'll put the chests on there. Obviously, as all of you guys probably already know, but for those that don't know, all you can do is if you build over a line like this, it has to be over a line so that you can build a very simple low wall. And long and behold, you can build a chest. And you can build plenty of chests in here, to be honest with it. Well, I mean, like I said, if you bust out this wall, it should be alright. Anyway, I really hope that you guys don't get discouraged from Rust. This is just a very simple way to be able to solve all your problems. You don't need to change any of your designs. You can do this with pretty much any design as long as the roof is enclosed after building it. And the reason why that's important is so that they can't just like, oh yeah, well there's a gap here, I can just go all the way down. Or I can hit multiple walls. You don't want that because that's now a new vulnerability in your design. So you want to make sure that they don't get any kind of benefit for finding a gap to where they can just shoot a rocket down it. Anyways guys, hope you enjoyed, and if you guys really liked me doing Rust, I can try more. So I'll see you next time.